guys. So after a break, a great vacation, uh, let's make a new prediction. The last prediction was that we're gonna see a continuation to the downside and probably the bars will come with a divergence, and it did. As you can see it here, it's continue a little bit lower, try to retest, and immediately the buyer came. So what do we know? What do we see about this scenarios? So first for the SPY, let's make it bigger. What we see that it seems that it started to break the pattern, and this is what worries me, because if it could hold the 444 and then move to the upside, it could be much better. But this sign and this, you can see the red big candles for the downside, and even here is a position that sellers put on the long way. And now this is a retest, maybe trying to bring more buyers to the party and then moving them out on the stop losses. So be very careful. The momentum is positive, which is good, but I think now this is the reversal of a downtrend. I know there is a big candle here because there was a lot of stop losses here. And you can see that there is no big volume. So you can see the big volume there, maybe profit taking. This is some sort of stop losses. And at the moment, even if it seems that momentum became the positive one, I'm a little bit worried about continuation to the downside. So will I take the short next week or tomorrow immediately, or I will wait? It seems that I will definitely want to wait because this is the first week for the September month, and usually September after 2 weeks on the third week is trying to show weakness, especially with the expiration of the third week option expiration. So at the moment, I'm still biased to the downside. Even though the market is showing us some strength, you can see this big tail here from the 453. So we can see there is some sellers on it. And I'm worried that this was a retest of the resistance. So I will not be that surprised if I could see another retest. And if I see another big tail, it will definitely give me a sign that we want to continue and breaking to the downside. So first, let's go for the monthly and see how it goes. You can see that we sometimes we could see there was a nice red candle, and immediately the buyers came pushing it up. And now at the start of this month, it just evolving. We could see that we already had this is the long, but it seems that we probably the sellers will come here at the 460, 461, and let's go for the weekly and maybe have another. You can see the bounce from here. This is good one, and again, where is the pen? Just so if we could imagine that this seems that a break of the pattern, but maybe this is just a big reversal of a downtrend. What people tend to do is to take the Fibonacci from the high to the low, and it breaks the 76, which means that the buyers push it to the positive way. They didn't resist the 61 and managed to break it. The sellers wasn't too eager to sell there, and it seems that it's going to be positive. So don't give us much clue if we are positive, and we don't have any divergence, and this is the main, and you see this is not a break, and this is no divergence. This is high, this is high here, this is high, low, and this is high, low. So it just gives me indication of continuation of what we got. And we got on the weekly basically not that much, maybe for the downside. This is the main reason why I'm biased to the downside. But if I'm looking at the daily, it almost break the divergence here. And in order for continuation, I wanted to break the 460. And it doesn't look that good because I think just want to close the gap for the 455 and the sellers recommit again and they push. And we know there is a lot of sellers action here. You can see the volume. And I know we are above the 200, which is good. And I think we finish the, let's call it the uptrend from the 350 area. Let's move for the 1 hour and see maybe on the smaller time frame. This is the area of a break of an uptrend, and usually price action tend to retest it. So we have to wait and see what happened, and you can see it here. This is live, guys. I didn't prepare it. You can see that there is divergence, and it seems that it wants to continue and break to the upside on the short time frame, and maybe try to close the gap on the 455 area, and then we'll try to see if the sellers recommit again. And you can see it here, the divergence, and it didn't finish it. It just kept up, moved down, and now what? So now the buyers are waiting, and I think they're waiting to come here and then to see if the sellers recommit again. So this is what I'm seeing at the moment. Let's move for the Qs. Again, the Qs, if we took the monthly, we can see the big tail of the buyers coming, and it seems that it wants to cross. So another red candle. It didn't finish yet, so wait for it. This is the monthly. So we have to wait, but it doesn't look that good. If we go for the weekly, so this is the daily. For the weekly, again, it bounced. Again, we have a divergence there, 62.34. Yes, we have divergence for continuation a little bit, but it didn't finish it. I didn't cross yet. So it might just be another red and continuation, but this is good because if we have a continuation to the downside, we could have some, sorry. It could move again maybe to the 350 or 30, 35, 30, 23, and then try to move for the upside. There is no volume there, so it could be just the beginning of distribution. So be very careful for it. And if we look at the daily, probably the same move. You can see the big sellers coming with a big candle, and I don't like the candle. Probably people wait for continuation. It didn't break, so it's still positive. This is a break. This is what I don't like with the Qs. This is a break of pattern. There is no divergence, so it seems that it will probably try to retest again the 350 again area, and there still are lots of gaps below to retest. Let's move for the 4-hour chart and see how it looks. This is rejection, rejection, rejection. I think you might see a little bit try and make another push. Do we have a gap from the upside? Yes, maybe 380, and then probably see the move for the downside. So I think this is the reversal of a downtrend. This is my position so far. Let's look at it on the 1-hour chart and see if we see the same pattern. Yeah, the same one. No, it broke. Probably move for the downside. There is no gaps here. Almost close it. Almost close it. So almost close. And of course, if you are patient, you can wait to see how it reacts and if it moves to the upside. I know it's positive, so move with the trend on the shorter time frame and see how the price action reacts to it. I don't have any indication for the move for continuation to the upside or downside. Let me check something. I would like to see how the Qs react to the 381.60. Let me, yeah, 381.40, 50, how it reacts to it. If it can manage to close above, it could be a good sign. With the SPY, I want to see how it reacts to the 455 again, if it can close above, or we just want to move and bring the buyers. Mm, there is still no sign of big weakness, so probably try to move a little bit to the upside and then a break. Let me check the Qs. Yes, try to move to the upside then a break. It could be great if it could reach to the 380, the Qs, and then give us the sign for the move to the downside. So try to come in here and then break. This could be a good sign for the short side. Let's move on for Tesla. Tesla. Let's look at it here. This is the 4-hour chart. Let's make it smaller a little bit. So Tesla, we ended here. We saw the move for the downside with no divergence, so just continuation. It managed to break here, but didn't give us a sign for the move for the upside. And just follow it, follow it, follow it, follow it, follow it. And this is the sign for entry. Nice move. This is a big rejection from the 260, which seems that a nice resistance area. I would love to make it a little bit more greeny sideways Monday, Tuesday, and then fall for the 200, 190, which is my end zone. Could be very nice. On the 1-hour chart, you can see it how the 200 holds it, but it seems that it wants to move to the downside. This is the first reversal, so assuming we are taking the Fibonacci extension there, you have the key target. Could be interesting to watch them. You could see here the divergence which formed and from there. So could be very nice to enter maybe here, maybe here, maybe here for another push to the 260. Could be interesting at the moment. I don't have any trigger to come in yet for Tesla. It could push above the 255 and move to the upside, but I would love to wait for the setup I'm looking at, which is moving a little bit down, creating the nice divergence. At the moment, it seems that it wants to push down, and yeah, want to push down. I don't know if it could be in the pre-market. Apple. All right, Apple. Continuation for the upside, which is nice. Closing the gap and then see how it reacts. I don't like it. It could create divergence for a short continuation. It didn't form yet, but I could see it coming. So be very careful. You just want to close the gap and lose all of the tension, all of the power, and then moving for the downside. People probably call it like a cap and handle, cup and handle, sorry. And you can see the break. So I think it's finished yet. Maybe try to make another small push and then moving for the upside. You can see divergence there, so probably another push, and I want to see if this is going to be a big push. can see the volume at the end of the session on Thursday, which is nice, but a low volume on Friday, which is not that good. This is Apple. Let me check something. So could see it make another push, close the gap, and then see if the sellers recommit again. Um, I would look for the short side. I don't have big sign for long. I will take it for the short if I see the opportunity. Nvidia. Nvidia is sideways, so probably making some sort of distribution, uh, losing its power. Let's look at it daily, just a sec, see how it looks there. You can see big sellers, big candle, more bias to the downside. I know the buyers still have some profit and big profit, but this is a big uh, gap which need to close, and I will look for it, opportunity to close it. Meta. Meta again is a little bit stronger. It's managed to hold, but it holds from below. So there is some sort of resistance. There is no divergence. So if it tried to push to the upside and making above the 91 and didn't manage to come above here, it's a short continuation. So be very ready for it. See the rejection, rejection, rejection. But it holds. Momentum is positive, so no sign yet, clear sign. But get ready. Let's check it here. This is 93.88. This is 91.91. So probably moving for the downside. Um, mRNA. mRNA brings some buyers. Move a little bit higher. This is it, and hold it stuck there. Started to be a little bit negative. So if it breaks this 110, 109 area, moving for the downside, try to bring more buyers again from this area. It didn't clear the pattern on the daily, so I'm still biased for the downside. This is just profit taking. This is a short continuation. Enjoy for the short. BA. BA, make a move for the upside distribution, not a big push. BA making small push, big candle, sideways move. You could see it here. This is the big push, sideways move, and big sideways. Doesn't give us much. You can see big push, sideways. At the moment, didn't break divergence, didn't break pattern. I know there is a big gap here which closed already, and buyers recommit again. So what happens if it will come below the 212, it could flash to the downside. Momentum is negative, trying to be positive there. Nothing much. I will wait for clear divergence. I don't see it. It could be just a big sideways move. Gold. Nice move for the upside again. See how it looks. This is moving for the downside, very shallow one, and I don't see a clear break for the upside. So is this just a big accumulation, touching it, making a fake break and moving up again? So above the 184, moving for the upside. Could be. Let's look at it on the daily, how it looks. Just give us the perspective. This is a big sideways move from 21. Gold didn't do much. But at the moment, below the 179 could drop again a little bit. It doesn't give us much. Let's look about the 1 hour chart to see. Did it break the pattern? I will want to see it on the 171, 178. 179 again to see how it reacts. You can see some sort of divergence there, here and there. I want to see clear buyers coming and trying to push, but because there is I know there is a gap, but there's a lot of resistance above, it doesn't give me a nice opportunity of profit and loss. So probably I leave it alone. As silver, which is much nicer. There is a gap here. Um, you can see it didn't make any divergence. Look at it on the 4-hour chart. Big sideways move again. Let's see what it forms. Any green candle, if it comes from here, create a divergence from this place. So if I will take the extension, let's say from here, there could be a nice, if we draw the Fibonacci level here, you have the 22, 2175, 2150, yes, 47, and it could be a good, nice bounce there for the upside for the 24. So I'm get ready for it. Let me check something. Yes, so nice silver for the upside, but it need to still build itself first. Oxy, do I move for the upside or have opportunity because it didn't break the 66? I think it want to break. If we check it here, we can see some sort of divergence, and let me see, check something. I don't know, Oxy like to flesh out some, you can see the 65, reverse, and then push to the 68 and above. And at the moment, we need to break above the 65 here in order to clear the divergence. So you need a quick green candle. If it be red, not that good. So you have a continuation for the downside again to retest. IWM, the Russell. Let's see how it looks. I think it was a sideways. Yeah, it drops, and I think this is the beginning of a sideways. It seems that you want to be positive, but I don't like this. You can see it, it push immediately to the upside, and it doesn't give you much. So it can just, if it's like here, I would love to see a comeback and retest and then moving along with it. If it will just do something like this, this could be good. If it just move for the upside, I will miss it. Sometimes you miss, so we look another opportunity. At the moment, I would love to see a retest. We didn't see a nice retest. We have the divergence for the upside. I don't know. You can see the rejection, rejection, rejection. Could be a nice flag, and then trying to break the 192. So we have to wait. But again, if it breaks, small moves. Again, 194 resistance, 196 resistance, 198 resistance. So not a big opportunity. So let's sum it up. First, I'm biased to the downside. I know this is a good sign. It's above, momentum is positive. Um, Everything seems positive, but for the longer term, I don't know. I'm not that sure. I think this is a reversal of for the downside. In order to be sure, I want to see how it reacts above the 455, how it closed above it, and then see if it can hold. I love to see if it comes back a little bit and holds. If it just break, that don't give us a good sign. So for the moment, I'm going for the shorter time frame to see how it goes. I know this is the break, so I'll have to see a retest and then coming back to the upside. At the moment, I'm having more sign for the short side, but I don't have the confirmation yet. So if I see a break to the upside above some key levels we mentioned, and I didn't mention, I would probably go long. So this week, both ways, with a bias on the side. So thank you guys. This is it. Hope you like it, and see you guys later.